See, I don't remember the last time a Black Stars game gave us this much joy. I don't know about you, but I think it's been a long time we had this feeling. And I think Gijo also shares the same feeling with me. My name is Delali Frank. Welcome to the Soccer. The Black Stars have managed to beat Madagascar, a side that we thought was going to be a tough game. And we are here to talk about the game. A lot of things for us to talk, but we'll try and share them in the next 9 to 10 minutes.
Charlie, it was an exciting game.
The team set me that.
I pick it.
Check it, mommy, I kit it.
I pick it.
Black Stars, the team set.
Papa. See, auto ball. This be auto ball. I'm so excited.
It's been a long time. Yeah, I don't remember the last time we went into an international break, and like we went back with this much level of confidence. Even when we beat Mali and Central African Republic, we were not this great.
Yeah, there were still questions about the team.
Right,
and also people were questioning whether Otto was still the right man for the job because we considered a lot of goals. Yes. We didn't control the game. Yes. And believe you me, these 2 games we saw against Chad and Madagascar has been different. Especially the game against Madagascar. Believe me, a lot of people were more skeptical and cautiously optimistic about the results he had against Chad because of the fact that the team has not performed well over the few months that we saw them play and the AFCON qualifiers. And heading into this game, a lot of people felt Madagascar would be a tough opponent to crack.
Because people were very great on the continent.
Yeah, and they were the second most improved team in the group aside Mali. So basically, you're playing your top opponent, and it's a game that lots of people were more cautiously optimistic about. People were even saying, "Oh, the best results for the Black Star might be a draw."
And
we were like,
that we were like, draw cries,
okay, and maybe we would have gone with it. But to see the results tonight, it clearly shows you there has been a lot that has gone on behind the scenes, and I think the technical team
let's go into the game proper. Otuado decided to play a 3-back system and stick to playing Asari. For me, I think Asari's own was a very bold call. I didn't see that coming, and not many Ghanaians would predict that they will still decide to keep Asari. But I've always said that when it comes to football, you have to create an impression that you reward good performance, and then also the fact that on training grounds when the player is the best player, put him in post, let him play. It also sends a message to the other players that when we are training, the coaches are watching everybody. He was in the post. Others will argue that there were a lot of shots, there were a lot of few shots on him, but at the end of the day, he kept a clean sheet. The team Otuado decided to play a 3-back system, and for me, do you think under Otuado 3-back should be his go-to system?
I think Otuado's preferred system is a 3-back system. We saw it in even his first 2 games. In that friendly game against Uganda and Nigeria, he opted for the 3-back system. But it seems that he didn't have the personnel
to
do that. And if you look at the games he played, and even in the Mali game, he also went to a 3-back system. He was more compact. And even though we conceded first in that Mali game, the team was more compact and was able to get the win. In even the last minute where in Bojana you won. Yeah. His preferred system is the 3-back system. And more often than not, the players we have.
No, but to be fair, we've always had these players.
No, the thing is, I think that just that, you see, when you are missing the pieces of the puzzle, like what Thomas Partey brought on board today, believe you me, we didn't have a midfielder that could control the game. Control the game and break passes, carry the ball, hold on to it, liberate other players around him. That's what Thomas Partey brings to the team. He brings a lot of flair, and you see, that's the kind of quality you need to have in that midfield, in a team in general. And I think with the quality we have in general up front, if you have someone in the midfield who can do the job, the other players, you see they naturally flow, because you see basically Semenyo was just running in front without having any defensive duties to do. Yeah. Because he knew, and you could clearly
see things are sorted.
The other, you get it. Things are sorted at the back. You don't have to come back. You just go. Yeah. Go and do your runs. go and win the ball, and get going. You get it? And that is what we saw today. Clearly, the instructions from the manager worked. The players took that instruction, played according to it, and we saw the results on the pitch. Yeah. Believe in me, a lot of people are excited. I'm really, really excited with the result because of the fact that we were able to win comfortably. We could have won these 2 games by just 1 goal.
Yeah, 1 goal, 2-1, last minute penalty
or something.
Yeah.
But with the fact that we were able to control the game, won the game comfortably, and scored with those number of goals, it clearly shows there has been an improvement, and we are moving in the right direction now.
Yeah, and for me, I'm pretty much excited, because if you build a team that's easily go past opponents, because the Black Stars we all grew up watching, playing against Madagascar and Chad. Like once, like the typical Black Stars, once this group comes out now, we've started making US plans because Madagascar and Chad,
it should have been a run over, but because of the past result we've got, we've not been able to beat countries like Central Africa very comfortably. Comoros and things have been scoring us. So coming to this game, a lot of people were cautiously optimistic, and believe me, Otuado have proved a lot of people wrong. And I think the players themselves were willing to make amends for the bad results they had in the AFCON qualifiers. So I think this has been one of the exciting games we've seen over months of.
Let's rate the individual players and see.
Okay.
Like let's start with maybe Asari.
Okay, Asari didn't have so much to do. I think Asari's position has been one that a lot of Ghanaian question, which is the goalkeeping position. Yeah. However, we saw something different coming into these 2 friendlies. I don't want to say Asari hasn't done a great job, but believe you me, if you put even Jojo Walcott in post, who has been in recent from our West goalkeeper, if you put him in post for these 2 games, the way our defense has been structured, he wouldn't concede a lot of goals.
I think he would even end
very good. The same like Asari did. So it clearly shows that there has to be a lot of credit given to the manager, which is Otuado, with how he sets up the team and what he has done with this team.
Right.
Believe you me, any goalkeeper you put in the pool for this game, for these 2 games, will do an excellent job. That is why I think, despite Asari has done a great job because he's a locally based goalkeeper and the confidence he had to man the post, a lot of people could break down in this moment because they'll be more overwhelmed
and will make
a lot of mistakes. Errors. But he wasn't overwhelmed and he was able to rise up to the occasion. However, I also want to give credit to the defensive structure of the team. Right. And believe me, Asari is a good goalkeeper.
Yeah, so you to be fair, 5 or 6?
I think I rate Asari to be 7/10 because of the fact that a lot of people criticize the decision of putting him in the post, especially in the game against Madagascar, because
against Chad.
No, against Chad, a lot of people were excited.
Against Madagascar.
Believe me, a lot of people were excited about the Chad decision because of the fact we are playing Accra, the home base fans. You saw the fans that people were giving him in training. So like to come back from a really bad result in the AFCON qualifier, people were like put him in the post to get the fans behind the team.
And I think it worked.
It worked. However, people going to this game were more cautious because they felt Madagascar would be a more tougher opponent.
Oh, definitely.
So Asari should man the post and put in Atizigi. However, Otuado stick with the decision of putting Asari into the post, and he showed his quality. He made a couple of good saves. One that the corner kick that he came out to save it, and also 2 shots that he was able to stop. Crosses coming, he was able to stop it. So believe me, it's a 7/10 for me.
All right, let's look at the 3 back. Salisu.
I think Salisu, Jiku, and Jerome Opoku. Okay, I give Salisu a 5/10. He was really, really bad in the first half. And the second half was more composed because of the fact that we controlled the game better in the second half. We were more on the front foot in the second half. We were not defending a lot. If you notice in the game, we were not defending a lot. So he didn't expose him too much. But the moment he was exposed, he could have even gotten
he should be careful, I think.
He could have even gotten a yellow card in the game. See, believe me, Salisu is a very good player when he plays for Monaco. But when it comes to the Blaster, I think there is a problem there that he needs to solve. He switches off so easily. And
sometimes he can win the ball and then he'll be there and the striker will start come and take it again.
He switches off so he needs to focus, and I feel like he needs to work on that. He needs to concentrate. It is the Black Stars. You need to focus. It's just like any other game. Just stay focused on it. 5/10 for me, Salisu.
Opoku.
Because Opoku has not been playing a lot for the Blasters. I think he did so well.
Yeah, I think he did well.
Because coming in, you haven't been playing.
To be honest, I think he was our best centre back.
Yeah, he did so well. I think Opoku did well. I also give Opoku a 7/10, just like Benjamin Asari. Someone who disappointed me in this game a lot was Jiku, because I expected a lot of.
He was okay, a bit more quiet.
He was quiet on the day, but I expected him to do more because some of his passes were. I
think today he was not really.
Some of his passes were not good. No. I think you see, one thing is, I think the way they structure the defense also plays a role in it, because I feel like Jiku will be more of the central centre back. Then we have the other players, but
Jiku's strength. Jiku is not really a good passer of the ball.
Yeah, Jiku is not a good passer of the ball. And that, because we are playing with more flair, it exposed them. If we are playing a team where we were more behind and we are more of a defensive structure, we would have seen Jiku's
more.
Strength. But now that we were on the front foot and we had to
play the ball from the ball, pass more.
We saw the deficiencies.
I think Jerome did well, but
Jerome did well with the passing, and
that was a solid decision to play him through the middle.
And he controlled the defense better, unlike Salisu and Jiku. But I think Jiku will be also a 6 for me.
Okay, Gideon Mensah.
Gideon Mensah was fantastic. I was telling you when we were watching the game. Yeah, he was so good.
He was our best player.
See, he was one of our best players tonight. I think Gideon Mensah has improved.
It's simply because he was played in a favorable role, right, left wing back.
Yeah, okay, yeah. He didn't have a lot of defensive duties to, but today he did something interesting, because Salisu was suffering defensively,
but he was really
covering up for him, and it was amazing, because he was even doing the inverted wing back thing. I was so excited about it, because I barely see African players do that. Yeah. You see it in the European game. You see the inverted wing backs. They come in, they carry the ball, and it was so good, because then it showed that the coach has really done a really good job on the team.
Let's look at Thomas Partey.
7/10 for Gideon Mensah.
Thomas
Partey. Oh my goodness. I think it's one of the matches between Thomas Partey and Jordan Ayew. But believe me, this is one of the best Thomas Partey performance I've seen for the Blasters since his debut, or one of his hat-trick against Congo.
Yeah,
when he played. Yeah, since his hat-trick against Congo, this is one of the best performances, because of the fact that he was the instrumentalist. He was playing the piano. He was orchestrating the play.
You know, say he gives some pass where Abu no go.
Yeah, he was orchestrating the play. I was saying that Abu would have been that Odegaard to to that space. That's it though. Just Thomas Partey was that guy. Tonight he was fantastic. Believe me, Thomas Partey is a 9/10 for me.
9/10. Francis Abu.
Surprisingly, Francis Abu stepped into that role and played really well.
He did great.
He did really well.
Because for a player who has not been playing more games than Otuado, I think he did very, very well.
He did very well.
He really took the role and
one
did
thing
it
is that,
ease.
Looking at the pressure that was in this game,
people
forget that, because we've gotten the win and a lot of us people forgot the pressure the Blasters were on before heading into this game.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pressure, because people actually thought the 5-0 win was just because it was Chad and it was a fluke. So there was a lot of pressure. So coming to the game, any player that was selected to play was under a lot of pressure. And believe me, Francis Abu did a great job.
I
think Abu is also a 7/10.
Kingsley Shidna.
Oh, Shidna, yes, Charlie. And yeah. But you see, the thing is, because we got a win, I'll give him a 5/10. Yeah.
Yeah, but like the
guy, Charlie, he needs to improve. He's not good. Even against Chad, he had problems. Just imagine.
Hey, he was only playing that in the Chad people. The small boy did
come. Even against Chad, like in this case, that was having problems against Chad. It was bad. Jordan Ayew, oh my goodness, 9.5. I think 9.5/10 is good. Hat-trick of assists. He could have got a goal as well. He was so composed. He was, when you have leadership comes with also leading by example, right? And he led by example. That's what Jordan Ayew brings on board.
Do you know that
he led by example?
You know that there was a time that Jordan was taking corner kicks and we were insulting him.
Yeah, so I told you Jordan Ayew has matured as a player. He has really, really matured. Hey. You see how he took the first free kick?
Yeah.
He intentionally went and faced everybody and played it again to just confuse and get the right pattern of
but Jordan used to take free corner kicks and would be
the ball just no. It's not that you're insulting. It was really bad. See, people would testify to the fact that he has really changed his corner kicks.
There's a difference.
Yeah, there's a difference now.
Kudus, he got the all important goal.
Even though he got an all important goal, overall performance wasn't that good because we all know he's having a purple patch. He's not like having that form we used to see him in. Even last season he was on a great form, but now Kudus is not on form. Let me put it that way. So getting a goal was a good one for him. I think it'd be a confident booster for him going into his club side with West Ham that they're not performing so well this season. And also as on individual basis as well, it was long overdue for him to get a goal for the Black Stars. He has not been getting a goal. In the AFCON qualifiers, it was more of the arrowhead leadership role was given to him, and I think he failed at it. He was not able to. But this goal be a confident booster. Finally, the goal came. And I think in general his performance wasn't great, but he also contributed to the team's effort to win today. So I'll give him a 6.5 over 10. I think the goal deserves a credit. So a 6.5 over 10, yeah.
You see. And then Semenyo,
in the first half, Semenyo really did well. I saw a lot of runs that were positive. He won us that free kick. Believe me, he won us that free kick that got us the goal.
Yeah.
First goal. He was the one pressing a lot, making a lot of runs. He even gave a beautiful cross in for Kudus to be able to clench on it to get a goal, but Kudus was not quick enough to do that. So Semenyo was, in the first 30 minutes of game, Semenyo was absolutely brilliant. He held on to the ball so well, gave a lot of passes, runs into the box quickly. He was that arrowhead that we needed up front, and he was brilliant on the night. However, in the second half, he was lost in the game. It was because of the way the team was structured. Now we were not playing as a defensive team anymore. We were on the front foot. And to be honest, like Semenyo is someone who, that's why they mostly play on the wings. But if you put him up front, you'll be missing a game. If you are more on the ball, on the ball more. And we saw that happen. So the coach had to bring in Inaki Williams. However, you know the Blasters number 9, sometimes a great shift. A lot of people are not able to get a goal because there's no service coming in.
Yeah, we don't cross the ball.
There's no service coming in as well. But I think his overall performance was good, averagely better. He did better than he did even in a game against, in the AFCON qualifiers in a game against Sudan, because I felt he could have done better in those AFCON qualifiers. He was poor. So I'll give him also a 7 over 10, yeah.
And then Otuado
finally, I think Otuado has improved in the last 2 World Cup qualifiers against Chad and this game against Madagascar. He has really improved. Believe me, honestly, I didn't see this coming from Otuado. Yeah. I personally have been a critic of Otuado's continuation as a Blaster coach. I thought he should have been sacked, and I still remain with that fact, because if a coach is not performing well, he should be sacked. You get it? Yeah. Because it shows if you sack
to qualify Ghana
not to AFCON, you should be sacked. There's no way you should keep your job. But however, he has proven to be someone who learns from his mistakes. You know, sometimes as an individual, you might fall. But when you fall, when you are given the second opportunity, or you are given another opportunity to prove yourself right, you have to make sure you do it. And he has done it. Yeah. In these 2 games, he has really, really proven to be someone who learns and be able to correct his mistakes. And I think he has been a listening head coach as well, because this new technical team around him, if you are able to listen to the likes of Schaefer, Desmond Ofe, and other people who come into the team, there's psychologists, the new goalkeeping coaches, and all those people, if you're able to listen to them, your decision making will be different. And we all saw that in the 2 games. I think Otuado has done a great job. I give him a 7.5 over 10. The reason I'm giving 7.5 over 10 is because of the fact that it's about consistency. Right. We all saw Otuado in the game against Mali and Central African Republic. Some people were praising him. We all saw the flaws here and there, but he couldn't keep that consistency into the AFCON qualifiers.
Yeah, so it's about how we show up the next time.
Yes, you see, it's about how, this life. Everything you do, it's not about what you've done. It's about what you have come to do next. It's about how much you are improving on the next thing you want to do. You shouldn't rest on your laurels. And as a good manager, believe in me, the likes of Ten Hag that came to United, they were winning games elsewhere. They were winning trophies elsewhere. But when you come and they are not getting a result, people get to bash you. It's not because your past results wasn't good. It's not because you were not winning in the previous.
You're as good as your last job. Yeah, you're as good as
your last result. Yeah. So basically, that is how it is. This game is gone now. Chad and Madagascar is gone. The next game is our next focus. If you don't win that, we'll come back here and we'll bash you. Even though I'm shouting Otoball today, I'm so excited. Pick it up. If you don't win the next game, I'll go back to reset settings.
I'm talking about next game
again. So
talking about
I think
next game.
7.5.
Next game we are playing Charge, and that's going to be in September.
I think that should be an easy.
That's why I'm saying that if you start making your US plans,
that should be an easy.
Because Ghana has qualified for the World Cup.
Do they even play at home?
No, I think they will play in Morocco.
I see. Imagine Chad plays in Morocco again. Then obviously you're playing on the same pitch. See, even Babara, even Accra Sports, Alachas pitch they took 5. Playing on this pitch, you're taking 10.
Yeah, true.
One now.
Because see, the truth, if you want to go to US like the World Cup, start making your plans because Ghana needs 6 points to qualify. Out of that 6 points, we are playing Charge, and we are playing 2 home games, Charlie. To take some miracle, some West round of 4.
We are going to beat Chad. We are going to beat Chad. We'll beat Comoros at home. Mali, Kra, we'll beat them here.
Like it will get to a point. Some of the games will be just mere formalities.
Yeah, that is where we need to work. I feel like we need to start building a team. You see, some of these games you can even take players from the local team,
prepare them
and build a team so that we can get. We can have our first 11, second 11, and even a
good to
third.
see a team play on that level. We are excited that the Black Stars have gotten to this kind of level. We're going to meet in the next one. Let me know how excited you are, where you watch the game, and all the good things that the game has brought you. My name is Dali Frank. Until we meet again. Bye bye.